Congratulations, you finally made it to the UK after all the hustle and bustle, the struggle in your home country. Now you're in an environment with new job, mind, new life, and new beginnings. But before you get too excited, let me tell you the hard truth. Life abroad is not as glossy as you see on social media. I've seen too many new immigrants make avoidable mistakes that has cost them years of peace, growth, and financial stability. Hello, they call me the Rasis teacher, and I'm a teacher here in the UK. I create videos about teaching opportunities in the UK and all over the world, and I also provide information to help immigrants build smarter, sustainable lives abroad. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe. The number one mistake that immigrants make is being too quick to send money back home. That is rushing to send money back home. It is a very great mistake because most people that come in here have sold everything they have. Even some have to borrow money to come abroad, and they promise their lender that they're going to repay within 2 or 3 months. But what they forget to realize that life in the UK is expensive. Rent can take up to 40 or 60% of your income, unless you are maybe squatting with someone or maybe sharing an apartment with someone. You are probably not going to save as much as you think, so do not be deceived. When you send money too quickly, you create a false hope at home. So the people back home begins to think that you are earning millions. Yes, it's true, you might be earning millions, but remember, you spend 40 to 60% of your income on rent alone. Rent. Some people at home even expect you to start paying them monthly salary. But before you know it, you are paying bills in the UK and in Nigeria at the same time. That is not wisdom. If you must send money home, you have to be transparent. Let them know that you are not yet stable. You are not yet with 2 of your feet on the ground. And rent and taxes here are very real. The lifestyle they see online is often fake. So you must be very open and let them know. Let them see the objectivity in what you do. Number two, working too many jobs or packing shifts without a plan. Hmm. Now, people think that the more hours you work here, the richer you get. It is true you can have 2 or 3 jobs, but the more you work, the more taxes you pay. The truth is, the UK tax system does not, work that way. The more you earn, the higher the tax you pay. In fact, you start in the quest to get more money, you work too many jobs or you work longer hours. That is, if your work is the type whereby you're being paid per hour, you're sacrificing time. And time to say is money. You're sacrificing time. You sacrifice time at the same time you're losing your creativity. That is it. Because you cannot do anything else. You sacrifice your time, at the same time you lose your creativity. You risk burnout, your health. Because you're not a machine, you're not a robot. And you limit career growth because you will not have time to think of anything else. Let's be very real. If you come from a professional background, don't spend years doing cleaning work or doing care work just because it's quick money. You need to think long term. Think long term. There are courses you can do here within a few months and you get certified, and maybe as a side also, you would be able to migrate into something else. Let me verify here. You must set goals for yourself. How much do you really need to survive? And how much will you keep after tax? Ask yourself, is this working helping me to grow or just to survive? The more hours you work, the more tax you have to pay. That is the reality we face here. in the UK. Hard work isn't bad, but you need to work smart because blind hustle can keep you poor. The number three mistake a lot of people make is committing themselves, to a long-term financial, commitment. I'll give an example. They're just a few weeks into the UK and already signing a 3-year phone contract. Not because you see in a shop, oh, it's very easy for you to get a phone. Maybe when you pay £20 per month, you can get this brand new phone, a new line, and you pay within 3 years, 3 to 4 years. And dreadfully, you pick up the phone. You need to be very careful. But if you have saved money to buy a phone that you can use, I'm telling you, the money you will pay, if you look at the money you pay, it will be far, far less than that long contract that you signed. So you must be very careful. Putting yourself, committing into long-term financial commitments. Or maybe you take overdraft or you take payday loans and you're just coming. That is not a good start. I must be very frank with you. Yes, what happens when you commit yourself into long financial commitments, you find out that you are locked into a flat, maybe an accommodation that you don't even like because you've already signed a long contract. Inspect the accommodation you want to stay. If it's a 1 year or 2 term accommodation, some landlords could even tell you 6 months. But if it's a 1 year, inspect the house, make sure you've seen the house, the in and out, ask questions, do your research. Make sure you read the lines, read in between the lines. If you take an overdraft thinking that it is free money, I'll tell you that you're drowning in charges. Use SIM plans only for your phone. Use SIM only plans. After all, when you're coming in, you came with your phone from your country. Get the SIM. Use SIM plan. It's quite cheaper for you. Then choose short-term rentals. So whenever you decide to change your mind, you can leave the accommodation, but choose the accommodation that you can afford. Then avoid overdraft and quick loans. What your money cannot buy at the moment, leave it until you can buy it. Don't take quick loans. Like they always say, cut your clothes according to your material. Wait until you understand your budget and local cost of living. The wrong contract costs you thousands. Finally, the UK has the opportunity. Nobody is doubting that. But if you start on a wrong footing, you will spend years trying to fix avoidable mistakes. Send money later, not out of guilt. Work hard, but with a purpose. Don't sign anything until you've read the fine print. Remember, before you can carry someone else, you must be able to stand your feet on two ground. Don't give people impression that it is very easy when you yourself know as an immigrant that it is not. Nobody's going to give you a dime here. You must work for every penny that you get. If this video has helped you, give it a like. So I know you are ready to do this smart thing. And of course, subscribe for more real-time talk about life here in the UK. Thank you once again. It's your friend, the overseas teacher. Bye.